How has this position made the offense this year versatile? What does this position do that sort of sets you guys apart?
You know, the biggest thing about the hybrids, the express backs, are they do a lot of things. You know, they truly, you know, they play tight end sometimes, or tight end blocking roles, and they get to carry the ball, and then they play our third wide receiver quite a bit. So there's really, you know, it allows us not to have to run personnel a lot to get in to run different plays.
Are you impressed, especially Irv and Ben, the top two guys on that depth chart line for the spot, at how fast and thoroughly they've picked up the position so far?
Yes, you know, because you know, last time I was able to run this, it took a year or two for the guys to start picking it up, and these guys, you know, Coach Moreland's done a great job. You know, he has an interesting room. He has the tight ends and the hybrids in that room, and because they teach them the same way, and he's done a great job getting ready. We have added some verbiage in the huddle to make it a little bit easier on them, you know. And but still, it's never easy. It's other than really the quarterback. You know, I'd go hybrid. I'd go center. You know, as far as the positions, that the guys got to be really sharp. You know, because there's a lot of moving parts to it, and we change their parts. Mostly when we change things, it's always them.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving around and formations that you have to learn. But I made sure I did a good job taking notes on everything that he told us, and just keeping my head in the playbook and make sure I study everything he told me.
We had a lot of meetings this summer, so it was pretty easy, but there is a lot of motions, there are a lot of intricacies that are involved in the position, and we're just working with Coach Moreland right now just to perfect the techniques, and once that's gone, we're going to be a big part of the team, hopefully.
Motioning to the left, he gets a swing pass thrown by Long. Catch made to the 30, cutting back inside, looking for running room, reverts his field. Long a block. Phillips has the 30 on the right, the 25, looking to go out.
You truly have to find a guy, and luckily we had one in Irv. That was dumb luck when I had a chance to take over. That's good at everything. You know, Irv happens to be great at almost everything, you know, and those guys are hard to find. You can find the guy that's a great wideout that doesn't want to stick his nose in there and block, or a guy that likes to run the ball but can't run and catch a ball over his shoulder. You know, it's easy to find one or the other. The complete guys are hard to find, and you know, that's what makes him special, is all the different things he can do.
I feel like I'm a very versatile, and I actually like getting out in the slot and catching the ball because we create mismatches with the linebackers, and I feel like I can really make an impact and make some plays.
Hunt looking to throw. Hunt flips it near side and is caught by Lewis for the first down. 35-30 down the seam, 25 angling left.
I got to know Ben a lot as a quarterback coach. He's, you know, one of our sure receivers. He was, you know, the one thing I knew about Ben, and I'd heard it from the special teams guys. I'm not involved in the special teams at all, but Coach Dowse would tell me all the time how great of a special teams player he was. I mean, he could do everything. He'd go down and cover kicks. He'd make every single tackle. He'd dive for the ball and make catches. Every time he caught the pass, he'd always break one or two tackles, you know. So we wanted him to go to that spot because I know he's smart. He knew every receiver position. He was the guy that you could put everywhere. So I knew he would fit. You know, Coach Schaefer was like, "You think Ben can play?" He wasn't sure at first, and I remember the first time I think Ben got to carry the ball and he popped one, and he looked at me and was like, "Man, you know, he does you know, he's a guy that can do everything well. Not afraid to hit you, not afraid, you know, great route runner, great hands, and you know, really great balance, and so, you know, I think between, as I got to see him on special teams, to see him do all the different things, because sometimes you don't get to see wide receivers block a defensive end, or you don't get to see a receiver, you know, truly run in between the tackles, you know, and but once you see him on special teams, you kind of get a feel for, man, this guy can do a lot of things, and he's done a great job.
Every time I describe it to someone, I kind of describe it as a wide receiver, running back, tight end, all mixed into one position, and I love it. Difference from wide receiver a little bit, but you're still going to be out in the slot running routes. You're just running the same routes, just from a different angles, really. The only difference for me was definitely taking the handoffs, doing a little running back stuff. But I love it. I'm getting used to it, so it's good stuff.
You know, I'm excited for you guys just to see this because it's going to be really great, you know, because we're in motion. You know, we're a wing sometimes. Sometimes we're a slot receiver. Sometimes we're running the ball. Sometimes we're in the passing tree. So it's going to be exciting. I just can't wait for the fans to see.
It's another thing for the defense that they're going to have to worry about. You know, instead of just always keying on that running back, now they have us to worry about, or keying on that wide receiver outside. They have another threat coming out from the back. So I think it's really nice for our offense.
What's up with a new number this year? You picked number 3. Where'd you get that one from?
I kind of used number 3 as a motivation because when I was coming out of high school, I wasn't highly recruited, and I only had 3 offers coming out of high school. So I used that as a little motivation, you know, so people when they watch me play, the things I can do, it really make them look at it like this kid can really do some things. I don't know why he wasn't really highly recruited coming out of high school. So it's a source of motivation for me.
I like that. That's sort of better than I just want a low number. That's
yeah.
that's a reason.
Right.
All right, Irv. Thanks, man.
No problem.